Another demon? No, otherwise you would try envy in an instant. Are you one of Christopher's friends?
You may put it that way. But we are not precisely demons, as you may call it. We are actually nightmares. Well, in this case, I am a nightmare. More specifically, a nightmare emperor.
Nightmare emperor, huh? Last time I checked, nightmares are supposed to be the bad dreams humans get.
Normally, yes, but we nightmares are also living beings too. We just live similar to you humans do. Only we nightmares are more civilized compared to some of your humans. But what brings you to the cemetery anyway? I thought you would be busy with your books.
I'm just visiting an old friend. Or two. Donan and Deckard Cain.
Wasn't Deckard Cain also that old man that Chris was aiding? When I first saw him, I always thought he was just one of those crazy old coots.
Just how much do you know about Deckard Cain?
Not much, but I heard from Chris that Deckard Cain ain't once helped Tyr reforge the sword.
But Deckard Cain was also said to have information regarding the 7 evils of Christopher's new home sanctuary.
Tyr, you are not the type of guy to sneak up on us like that. And why are you even here anyway? I thought you were still training with Kratos.
I was, and while I was waiting for Kratos, I did spot Lorath coming to a graveyard. He seems pretty down about what has happened to Horadrim. That is your friend Tyr forged. Am I right?
I have only read about the deeds and misdeeds of the Horadrim, using the dark arts, some for their own various reasons. But I believe the Horadrim was hurt. Deeply hurt. And they've been handling those evils unskillfully. You know about the soulstones, meant to be the prisons for the evils. That when the evils use those stones properly, they tend to corrupt innocent lives who hold them, no matter how strong or pure. The evils tend to deceive and corrupt those who hold it, first freeing themselves from the prisons they were held captive in. It started with Diablo, thanks to Lazarus' aid, managed to possess as Aiden's brother. Then Baal, who was freed, thanks to Marius, but only because Marius himself was deceived, using the guise of Talwasha for manipulation. And finally, the most cunning amongst the three, Mephisto himself, who used his own hatred manipulation to free himself from Sakharun's grasp, and in turn corrupting Sakharun to being possessed by hatred. Kratos, after all, once said, "Hatred is stronger than duty." Their ambitions and Horadrim's consequences are far more complicated than you let yourselves believe.
Well, you are right about that, Tyr. But unfortunately, the Horadrim fell long before that answer. After all, the Horadrim, including myself, were always deceived by our own blades of righteousness.
We are all villains in someone else's story. The Horadrim know this better than anyone. We've all made hard choices to protect what we love. Choices that seem necessary, even righteous in the moment. But the Lord of Hatred excels at turning the blade of righteousness back into our guts just to hear us scream. The choices we made in hell had aftershocks we are only now beginning to understand. How would history paint us for the path we'd taken? How would it paint Eru? Eru made his choice out of love and despair. I can hate him and still understand why he did it. And how it made him the devil's perfect tool. Another twist to the blade of righteousness. Perhaps Eru believed it was all worth it. Nahantu and the spirit realm were spared from Mephisto's touch. But that only meant they were cursed to watch the rest of the world wither. in the age of hatred to come.
Yes, there is hatred. The age of hatred is coming. But even villains know that one cannot exist without another. So even if hatred rules, it will not exist without love. After all, stone or no stone, Lorath, like I said before, hope and fear and love and hate exists in every one of us. The question is, which will you choose to let guide your actions? Each choice we all make shapes the world we live in. You smell something? Oh, I do, alright. That smells like hate. It seems much more ancient and potent, nearly all new. Well, so far, so good. I wonder where Mephisto went with Akarat. Knowing Akarat, he might be back at his own temple. But Akarat's supposed to be eternally pure, right? Honestly, I do hope Akarat knows what he was doing. We were helping me well.
Oh, Akarat.
What?
Beloved shepherd of the light. After an eternity of vigilance, you are betrayed. And by your own flock. Pity. Now the wolf shall rise anew.
No.